Hey, there we go. What's up, fam? What's up? What's up? What's up? Let's see if I can get this all lined up. Man, I don't know what happened with my cam. Thought everything was hooked up good to go, but hey. So I'm on my other camera today. Sorry about that, y'all. Move this thing anyway. Guess I'm gonna have to go buy another one, right? But anyway, it is what it is. Can y'all hear me? Thank you, Freestyle. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Trying to get this situation right. But how everybody doing though? How everybody doing? Let me know how you doing. While we waiting on some more people to come in. Loud and clear. Yes, sir. There we go. There we go. So how y'all doing? Are we waiting on people to come in? Oh no, I just feel led, but whoever here, if y'all need a card pulled on something, let me know. Normally I don't I kind of haven't felt the gumption to, or whatever you want to call it, but yeah. So if y'all need an answer to something real quick, let me know. I'll pull a card while we're waiting on other people to come in here, because we about to get into some deep stuff, y'all. This metaphysics right here, we about to get into it. Mama's home. The goddess has landed. We've been waiting on this moment for a while, but now we off up in here. So hey, sensational. Yes. Oh, you are welcome. Hey, that Celtic sauce real. I'm telling you. And it's so good. We need it in our bodies so bad. Like, we don't really understand that we have crystalline structures within us. We do. We have salt structures within us. These are the crystals. This is the crystals. So that's why we in here. Righteous readings. What's good? What's good? Grand Rising. Seeing the fam in here. Hey, I appreciate that, Righteous. I appreciate that. I'm gonna have to make you a moderator or something, because I be needing so I get to talking sometimes. I'll be gone. I don't even realize what I be talking about. Y'all see I'm rocking my feathers today, right? See, I'm rocking my feathers today. It's like ancestors been speaking strong. I don't know if y'all been experiencing that, but man, ancestors been speaking strong, right? Oh man, hey, for real, I might have to get my back, because I know I just started talking, right? That's that freedom. So you know what I'm talking about, because I'll get into something, y'all, and I get to talking. Man, next thing you know, I mean, it'd be like 40 minutes, and I'll look down at comments, and I'm like, oh, I forgot to even look at a comment, right? But anyway, like I was speaking of, though, I'm rocking the feathers today. So ancestors been speaking strong, and ancestral energy has been going in and out, right? It's been going in and out. And the reason why is because we are shifting these dimensions. Well, I just literally messed that all up. Let's get this right, because that's distracting me, right? That's distracting me. Here we go. Now, so ancestral energy been speaking strong, right? And ancestral energy has been coming in and out. And not just for me, but for the whole collective, because the ancestral realm, that energy has been moving, just like we're in this separation period where we are being separated. And we're not being separated. It's not an ego thing. Just understand what I'm saying. There's many that are called and few that are chosen. But the few that was chosen, they understand that this is a whole vibe. They understand that they the vibe, right? And so once we know that we're the vibe, We are the vibration. Like, let that just sit with that. Like, yeah, sit with that. You are the vibe. You are the vibration. That's so deep. Deep as the ocean blue. That's true. Bars. So we getting to the point where we know we the vibe, and we know that as we vibe, guess what? The realm vibrates that same way, because we're connected to Momma. We're connected to that divine, that true vine, feminine energy, right? The vine, as y'all saw me put in there. I don't know if y'all saw it, but no, I didn't put it in the title. My bad. But when I was posting the community chat, I put the vine, THEVINE. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put that in there, because this is very important that we understand this. So let's put that on there. Now we're gonna show this real quick. All right, so the vine, right? You are part of the vine. The vine, as we say here in America, right? Using my southern accent. I know I'm from Louisiana, so I got my country boy accent, but the vine or the vine, right? Because remember, this is all a phonetical, walk in phonetics here, as we are learning that we're in the upside down, learning that east is west and north is south, and that you are the god or goddess and not something outside of you, right? So you as the vine, that means that you are anchored to what? The root. You're anchored to the core. Thank you, Righteous Readings. You're anchored into your core, but not just the core of you, but through you into the other version of you, all the way through. You are connected to your cells, because you are part of the vine, the truth, right? So once we understand that we are connected to the divine, then that means that we understand that we are connected to the root of something that's got some roots, it got some depth to it, right? It got some strength to it, right? So now, what are we connected to? What are those roots? What are those roots? We can go back to Genesis and see those roots, right? The tree of the knowledge of good and evil has the same root. Because you are the living tree. You are the living word. You are the living God or goddess. You are the I am in real time, yo. You are the very thing that was spoken. You are the word in motion. See, when you have the word, now you know how to draw. That means that you can draw yourself into any landscape that you desire. See, I got to go here. This ain't even part of the update, but it's just something I'm being led to share, because this is deep, right? When we don't even understand what this end game is. Like, why do we even come together as twins, as in unions, and we're doing all this? We are master creators. We are master creators. You create your life every day, whether you know it or not. Don't matter. Power's in your hand. You are part of the most high vibration that there ever can be and will be. So when we talk about the most high, we're talking about the highest vibration of you, because it is you. Don't be deceived though, because you do have enemies that seek your soul. So it's not a joke. And that's what we're going to get into a little bit about today, right? Because the goddess has landed. The goddess has landed. She's home. Mama's home. What do I mean when I say that? I mean that we have been waiting, at least those who know Mama, those who know that goddess, those who know that the goddess got kicked out of heaven. Uh-oh. Why they call her Lucy? Uh-oh. See, so y'all got to understand this is all a walk in phonetics. The Phoenicians taught us how to spell. And we've written spells all on ourselves. So now we got to unspell it, right? We got to unlearn it. Walk that narrow path, the path of the heart, the narrow gate, where everything is scrutinized through unconditional love, right? Everything is scrutinized through unconditional love. Everything. If you're not scrutinizing through unconditional love, you're not walking through the narrow gate. Because you know why? Understand what I'm saying? It's hard, yo, to take abuse. Let's just use something really crazy, right? Let's just use something really crazy. It's hard to take abuse and not give it back. And that's just the physical. But think even more, speaking in a metaphysical sense. See, we've risen above the lower human beast nature. Mark of the beast, what you do, what you think. It comes out in different ways because all consciousness is a form. As above, so below. There's a form of this thing above. So therefore, it manifests itself here. I'm going to say it one more time. There is a form of everything that you see here above. As above, so below. In your immediate surroundings, there is a form of your consciousness surrounding you called your circumstances. Not your life. That's not your life, right? Because your life is your energy. But your circumstances that surround your life, that trap you in like a circle, because it's circumventing you and circumnavigating you and standing against you. It's your own circumstances. So therefore, you have to fight this battle in the mind. But you can't leave your heart behind. See, it's not just about the pineal gland, right? The third eye. It's about the connection between the heart and the third eye, because you have to be able to see what your heart is seeking. Let's hit the brakes on that one and put it in reverse real quick. Skirt, skirt, skirt. You have to have the connection between your eye and your heart to be able to see spiritually or metaphysically where you are going and what you are trying to achieve. Other than that, you're always on this endless mission because you're going in the circle because your circumstances are telling you to turn a certain way, to navigate a certain way. So we get lost at sea. See? Or do you see? Because see, you can get caught up. So the Pope walks on the whole sea. Metaphysically. Bars. But for y'all that know, y'all got it, right? But let's get into this update. Mama home. Mama back. Mama just came through the door like, what's good? Told y'all I was coming back. And when she came home, when Mama came home, getting chill bumps now because I just feel the energy flowing. I've been feeling this. Woo! I've been feeling the vine of the feminine energy for the past 2 days, like intensely activating the sacral chakra. The sacral. It's like we done with root work. We done with root work, right? We're on the sacral energy now. I felt this so deep. And it was about 2 weeks ago. It was about 2 weeks ago. I think I mentioned it in my last live, or maybe it was the live before that. But what it was there was like this big pulse or something that just shot out. Like I could feel it. And it wasn't a solar flare. It wasn't a solar flare because I went and checked. It wasn't a solar flare, but there were outlets reporting this, right? Because they felt it too. And it felt like it came from like behind us and boom, just came in front, right? And I didn't know what it was, but I felt it like a gush of electromagnetic energy, make your hair stand up on the back of your neck, you know? And so when I felt that, I was like, oh man, well, I didn't really know. But then my sacral started lighting up. And not in the traditional way that the root chakra energy, the root and the sacral come together to light up to create, sexual energy. Not in that way. But it was so intense, man. When I'm telling you. So it was like so rare. So I was like, oh, okay. I'm gonna let it play out, process and see what it do. Like the next day, that's when these X-class solar flares just start boom, 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 shooting down. Like, oh my gosh. So I'm catching that too, right? And we holding it. We holding all of these frequencies within the cells. And to whom much is given, much is required. So in other words, you got to pull in more of that energy and anchor it in as you release the old cellular memory and old cellular energy. You're pulling in new cellular memory and new cellular energy because it's about where you're going, not where you've been. It ain't about where you've been anymore. It's about where you're going. You've been there. You did that. You got that. You locked that in. That's in your Akashic. Boom. Sealed away in the bank, right? But where you going? Most people be like, I don't know where I'm going. Where you going? I don't know. Where are you headed right now? Where is your destination? Nobody in the real world jumps in the car, put the key in, boom, crank it up. Don't fill it up with gas. Don't check the tires. Don't check nothing. And just take off. Just take off. Where you going? I don't know. Just going. Right? But see, when you know your destination, can't nobody stop you from getting there because it is your destination. And only the people that can ride with you is the one that can vibe with the fact it's your vibration because in it's our O-U-R. And you will allow them to take part in your journey. That's when it becomes our journey. But other than that, it's your journey. So guess what? When I was talking about we're being moved into these new soul groups, right? We're leaving collectives. See, I love this. We're leaving collectives because we were collected at sea. We were categorized as collections. Don't believe me? First seeding of humanity, second seeding of humanity, third seeding of humanity. Collections. And we were collected. The souls were collected over these eons. And now we have reached the end of the age. So last week I was talking about the not last week, good Lord. Was not talking about last week. That was Wednesday, I want to say, right? We were talking about the first seal being released, or your first chakra being released metaphysically, because it was bound to the earth. This is deep. I love this. I love this truth. The reason we're going through a rebirth right now. Thank you, highest vibration of us all. Thank you. As we are entering this new highest vibration right now, we are losing our attachment that we had to this realm. See, this ascension that we've been doing, we've been playing for keeps. We've been playing for keeps. And what are we playing to keep? The true originality of self, the vine, the true vine of self. And like I was saying, that vine is all connected with Momma because we are being reborn, not resurrected. I love that. Because see, before we had to be resurrected, in previous timelines, because you know we live in multidimensionality and past is happening right now. Past is happening right now. That's what's so deceptive about this. Because see, you could be born on any one of those timelines in any zodiological age. In the zodiological age, right? But I digress a little bit. But Mama's home and we're being reborn. So guess what? Chakras already cleared. So now we get into the sacral, right? And this is the part of the masculine energy where I'm telling you, masculines, you're about to have a major sacral awakening. And it's going to be combined with your soul chakra. Now, the very essence of you is who you want to be with sacredly. Divine masculine. Oh my God, so beautiful. See, masculines lived in their root chakra for so long, attached to the things of the root chakra, getting circumcised or circumspected, which put them into a lower vibrational state. And I know a lot of people want to blame masculines for a lot of things, but you got to understand something. And I'm saying this with the vine of the true father energy. I'm saying this right now. Masculines suffer just as much as feminines suffer from the patriarchy. They were just as cruel to men as they were to women. Give y'all soul memory, because this shit's real. I don't know if y'all woken up to soul memory. But when you understand what has happened and what you've been through, when you understand that, you're really, truly going to be so thankful for this time that you have woken up. You're going to be so thankful. Because when you go into past life memory and you start feeling stuff, you're like, oh my God. And then you start to understand that's why you can't let go of certain situations. That's why you can't grow. What a time to be here, be awake and conscious to the power you have in your hand. So we are being reborn to this. Nicodemus comes to, let's just take a story. Y'all know I am what je suis means I am, right? But let's just take the allegorical story. Nicodemus comes to him, right? And he goes, hey, man, I want what you got. How do I get it? You know, I fast every week. I give to the homeless. Man, I'm helping the widows and the children. What do I need to do to be like you? And what did the I am say to him? What did he say to him? You gotta be born again. And he said, what? Can I enter into my mother's womb and be born again? Her womb, I'm sorry, not wound, but her womb, and be born again? See, physically it don't make sense. But it's not about physicality. See, we are being reborn without having to be reborn again. This is why some won't see physical death because they're being reborn right now, genetically, by what you choose to put in your body, what you choose to drink, what you choose to bring into your eyes, which are the windows to the soul. This is so deep. So with Mama landing, you know she coming in water, right? The birth happens in water, right? See, we've been resurrected. We've been tried in the fire. We died, then we were resurrected again. Then we died, then we were resurrected again. I guarantee you, you will never die again. You will never die another death. Thank you, Righteous Reed. You'll never die another death. Because now you have woken up to who you are and what you here for. And it ain't even hard. It's just being you. See, that's the deception of the matrix. They got to harvest your energy, so it always got you thinking about what do I got to do? Because you're living in your mind. You heard that term? Hey, get out of your head. Well, if I get out of my head, where do I go? To my heart. But wait a minute, I thought the Bible say, hey, don't trust in the heart. The heart is deceitful. That means that's where I should go do some work, right? Because only the sick have need of a physician. Only the sick have need of a physician. So if my heart is sick, that's where I'm starting. I'm going right to the heart. So be careful of your heart because it's deceitful, if that's you. For others, your mind is deceitful. It is what it is. But when you know what it is, you go do the work. Like I give you a quick story. Like when I was so when I was young, I was in foster care. I had issues, right? I did. I was in foster care, so I always got picked on all the time. So, I was a little bitty dude at that time. I'm 6'6", 235 now, right? But at that time, I was a little dude, man. And I would get picked on all the time by bigger kids and by my older foster brothers. And then pretty soon one day, I was just like, man, I'm done. I don't care if they beat my ass. I don't care. I'm fighting back. You know why? Because they were beating my ass anyway. I was already in fights. It didn't matter. But what that was Source speaking to me saying, you're going to have to stand up and fight for your life. Your essence, your very being, your very core. You're going to have to do it. Because it's not given to the swift. It's not given to the strong. It's not given to the wise. It's given to those who can endure to the very end. Sorry. I love my wisdom. I love it all. I love how fast I can get things. I do. But I will never allow my ego to deceive me to think that these superficial structures of this matrix are ever going to compete with who I know I am and what I have to do, which is endure until the end. As my phone just went ding, can't make this up. Can't make this. Oh, thank you, Source. Thank you, Most High of us all. Oh, my goodness. All right, so Let's see. All right, here we go. So we was talking about, I got a little sidetracked, my bad, y'all. So we was talking about the goddess has landed, Momma is home, right? So here we are. And like I said, what are we talking about here? We're talking about rebirth. And we're talking about the physical manifestation of the energy that came through about 2-3 weeks ago, which was divine mother energy, right? And like I said, when I tell you guys, I mean the vine. Really don't say Devine. I really want you guys to hear Thevine. The true vine, the vine, right? And whether you have been grafted into this vine, like you are just a soul fractal, or whether you are of this vine because you're a whole soul. See, all can come if they hear. I'm gonna say that again. Some of these temples you see walking around, they have fractals of soul, of energy, of spirit. And there are some of us we're holistic, right? We're organic, we're original, and we know who we are. This is where some of us find in soulmates, because we identify with a piece of ourself that's in that. So we go after it because we're trying to collect it back. We're trying to recollect or recollect. So we're always recollecting or recollecting parts of ourselves every day, because that is the true labor. That is the true work. That is why you were sent into the vineyard. That's why you were elected. Oh, I was elected. I'm one of the elect, right? That means you were selected. And you were selected because of what you could do and who you were. Don't get it twisted. You're here for a purpose. You're here for a reason. But that very purpose and that very reason is you being you, to recollect or recollect yourself, your memories, your aspirations, your gifts, your truths. So as we're being reborn, we are being reborn into this gnosis of self, because we're getting originality back. Awesome time. Awesome time. So as I say that, let's get into it, right? We're headed for September. Before we get into it, let's do this right here, though. We are headed for September. We're headed for that separation period, right? And it's the waters that are dividing, just like Moses, just like the story of Noah, just like all of this. The waters divide. The waters give birth. And when they crossed over the Red Sea, or the sea of blood, right? Or you crossing over a certain frequency threshold in your cellular structure, and you're able to hold the highest frequencies. Therefore, your chakras elevate and turn on. That's why the seals are being broken. And we've had this down payment in kind. Because see, that's one of the scriptures that I remember reading and just really this was being nailed home, right? We've had this down payment in kind. In other words, we've been able to activate these frequencies throughout multiple lifetimes, even throughout this lifetime. We've activated them, but they've went away. Like they've come and then they went away. And then they've come, they went away. Especially from our masculines, we'll have strength, we'll have endurance, and all of a sudden it's gone. And we're like, man, what the hell going on? Did I drink something? Did I eat something? Right? So, like I said, when you really get into this, you really get into the gnosis of self, you realize that your physical environment is speaking to you and it's telling you what's going on. So right now we're being reborn. Hurricanes, right? About a month ago, I did a video where I said, watch the water. Watch the water. Kept getting dreams about water. Bathroom overflowed. Sinks overflowed. I'm just, damn, what is going on with water? And all source kept saying is, watch the water. So I basically came to the point where it was like this. I'm going to let it go until it presents itself to me, because I was really, really looking for it, right? Here we go. The hurricanes. that are about to erupt. Remember, X marks the spot, y'all. We talked about the two eclipses that were happening here in America. Right now, all my people in California, SoCal, I love you guys. Miss my home out there, miss all my people. My cousin just literally went back to California about a week ago. So y'all button down for this hurricane that is coming through. But as you know, water cleanses, right? Water is about to cleanse us and purify us, wash us clean, and elevate us to the next level. This is so symbolic. The waters have been heating up. Mama's been so hot, just blood boiling, right? What is oil? The blood of the earth, the blood of Gaia, right? The blood of this being that we live in. Whatever you resonate with, but y'all understand what I'm saying? Just follow me. What is oil? It's blood. They've been spilling the blood of this vine, of this lineage for years. The water is so hot that they I think it was about 3 weeks ago, they were saying this was going to be one of the mildest hurricane seasons. And you know, me being from Louisiana, I got to watch hurricanes because I grew up off the Gulf of New Mexico. So it's a little threat. But the water is so hot. They're saying this is going to be one of the worst hurricane seasons. And I'm going, wow, watch the water. So all across the board, water is about to be the separation. Water is the separator, just like the waters above and the waters below. Thank you again for another confirmation source. Blink, blink. Just like that separation has occurred, this separation is occurring. And this is the separation of the meek, because the meek shall inherit the earth, right? This is the separation of the rich and the poor. But see, other people, they read this because they didn't have the spirit to understand what this was. They didn't understand. The separation of the rich and poor had nothing to do with money. It had nothing to do with moon energy. Because that moon ain't, I can't even go there right now. Just understand. This ain't got nothing to do with moon energy, rich and poor. This has to do with the rich and poor in spirit. In spiritus. What is inspiring you, or what are you spiraling on? Are you ascending? Are you descending? See, right now, all this whole energetic expression is getting cleansed. And it's getting cleansed of your residue, because we have been calling karma on this situation. We've been calling mama. And there is no karma like a mama that will come in and help you out. Y'all know what I'm talking about. She's not a bitch. She's righteous. Karma's not a bitch. She's righteous. Has she ever given you anything that you didn't deserve? Because remember, it's the testimony, it's your blood and your testimony that saves you. You have to endure to the end. Your testimony, the words that you're speaking out of your mouth, because you are the living book. You have a spine, right? Yep. You have binary thought. You do, because you got two hemispheres. You're a binary being. See, we've done the whole cycle. We started at Aries, and now we've completed the whole cycle. And guess what? I'm gonna have to put this on the community page. But the sine wave, if you've seen the yin yang symbol, the sine wave that goes in between it. Who does this really good? Santos Bonacci does this really good. But the way energy returns is not in a figure 8 the way that they showed us. That's not the way energy returns back to the beginning. That is a lie. It does this deal, go up, and then it comes underneath, and when it comes back underneath, it comes right back up and zooms back to the beginning, because you're in a loop. You're in a part of a film that has been sliced and diced and then looped around, so that you will keep repeating the same cycles over again. Number one, for your benefit, so you can get up out of here, because it is the mercy and grace. Believe you me, it is the mercy and the grace that we are here right now in this awakening period right now. Ain't even no more reincarnations for to be happening. Ain't no more incarnations about to be happening. Ain't nobody coming back. Who in here about to be in here, and who leave is about to be leaving. It's about to get real. It's about to go down. And the only reason it's going down so it can go up. We in water, right? Have you ever tried to push something that's inflated, that's full of air or ether, life? You ever tried to push it all the way down to the bottom of the pool or something? You better get out the way. If you let it go, it'll come up and bust you in the mouth. Y'all know I'm laughing because I did it, right? But yeah, that's right. Just reading buoyancy. Yes, that's it. So we are in water, and we have the potential to float because we made of this. We were made for this. This is why your genetic structures change. And hear me. It's just so real. This is why your genetic structure is changing, and this is why they wanted to give you the bee sting, because they wanted to give you some mRNA. Man, I ain't even got to the update. This is the update. Forget it. We in it, y'all. They wanted to give you some mRNA. Do anybody know what the mRNA is? Lady spell break and bust you in the face. You ain't like straight in the face. Oh my gosh. But oh shoot, I forgot where I was at. I was about to say something, but I totally forgot. But I read a comment. But yes, righteous readers, yes. That's why the more we emit light, darkness comes to balance. Absolutely. See, you can't have one without the other. Thank you, Vaz. Thank you. So, here we are. Man, I gotta get a haircut. I just redid my hair. Hold on a second, y'all. Give me 1 minute. Man, that's better. Good night. My hair was messing with me. It's like, why is my hair messing with me like that? Just sitting there poking me. My hair was just poking me, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, golly. So, messenger, right? Right? She messing with me now. Look, I don't know how flawless it is. Look like it's trying to fall to the side, but it is what it is. I just need to get through this message right here. So, messenger. It is the messenger gene. So they are messing with your messages that you are getting from source. Your source code is being messed with. Woo! This is so deep because you can't integrate the codes you need to integrate within your cells and then hold them prisoner in your cells, because that's what you're supposed to do, be holding this energy prisoner within your cells so that it vibrates you to the highest frequency, the most high frequency, and then you're able to actually make this body come back online, this temple. These temples are magic. They are amazing. They are amazing. I'm telling you, it's so many codes been turned off. It's so many codes been turned off. It ain't even funny no more. But your body was made to shine and be bright, shining bright like a diamond, right? So, back on topic, hurricanes. We talked about the first seal, right? We talked about the first seal the other day. This right here is going into the second seal. Sacral chakra, right? Second, right? The sacred waters, the sacred deepness, the sacred womb, the sacred feminine energy. That deepness that makes her pull you in and hold you and love you and make you feel like there's no other man alive. Or that energy that pulls you in and say, it's okay, you hurt yourself. And just being held and her looking in your eyes, it heals you. Like that energy, right? This is the awakening of the divine masculine. Because mama's come home and mama said, boy, where you at? What have you been doing? Where your sister? See, we always ask, am I my brother's keeper? Hell yeah, I'm my brother's keeper. But I'm my sister's keeper even more. Mess around and find out. See, when we come into a balance of having the feminine energy present, because the feminine energy is taking hold. The feminine energy, I'm letting you know, the masculine energy is stepping aside so that the feminine energy can step to prominence. Everything has to reach balance. Just like righteous reading says, buoyancy. See, if you take something down 2 feet, how far does it have to come back up? 2 feet, but it's probably going to shoot in the air another 2 feet, giving me 4 feet of travel. So if I hold something down, it now has to come back in ferocity. And then it'll find its balance. Another confirmation. That's why you see so much toxic feminine energy running around. Masculines pretending to be feminines. Feminines pretending to be feminines. Because that toxic femininity gave rise to the toxic masculinity. So why wouldn't a healed feminine give rise to the healed masculine? Of course it is. And that's what's happening right now. So even the feminines, they're receiving this renewal, but their masculine is being healed. Their testosterone is being healed, because that is a sacred fluid also. Testosterone and estrogen connects you to the plasmic structures of the universe, of the cosmos, of source. Man, in you is everything, I'm telling you. But 2024, we was talking about the eclipse. So this is all leading us up to this eclipse in 2024. In April, right? Bringing us into spring, birth. From now until then is how many months? Should be around 8.5, 9 months, right? So as this water, this divine water, this water of the vine, this pure and true water is coming in. Are you thirsty? Then drink from the river of living water. Do you get it? Because we are the living testimonies. We are the living word of the Most High, of the Most High consciousness that has literally brought us into this arena for a moment and a time such as this. Right? This is why we even break it down the Bible, even more proof. Why we even breaking it down? Because that was sent to those of whom the end of the age have come up on. The seals. Hey, go look it up. Look and see what it says. See, you got to endure to the end of this thing. You got to do it to the end of this thing, right? So the separation, to get back real quick, the separation of the rich and poor in spirit is happening. It's happening. And it's going to ramp up, and it's going to get even more. So you're going to see waters popping off everywhere. I wouldn't even be surprised if, I don't even want to say it because I don't even want to put it out there in the atmosphere. But, you know, the Hoover Dam, all that stuff that's being prepared and planned for that. So much, just so much. And it's not about, let me say this, it's not about fear mongering and worrying about what they are going to do. It ain't about that. It's about understanding that you were given eyes to see and ears to hear, and wisdom, a sound mind, to be able to make sound judgments. This is why it says, judge yourself or you will be judged. Wait a minute. I could just judge myself? That's the rule? That's the rule. Judge yourself, and then you won't be judged by anybody else. So at this time right now, I think it was Lee Spellbreaker had brought up Pluto. That's a good point, because it was something that I was looking at in Pluto. And I was looking at Black Moon Lilith too, because see, that means something totally different too. That don't even mean what they told you that means. Black Moon Lilith. It's so much stuff. Woo! I gotta like try to do a whole deal on the moon, because we need to understand what even Lilith really even means. See, Lilith, I'll get into it real quick, and then I'm gonna move on, right, about 2024 in the water, because we got to get through this real quick. But Lilith, put this in this context. If she was the daughter of, we're gonna just use the words, right, God, And Adam was the son, again, of God. Then let me ask you a question. If the son means the soul up there, then what did the daughter mean? And we're going to get into this. I'm going to break this down for y'all because this is deep. See, it proves that you had a second son. You had a second soul, or the two souls became one. But now you got a moon in its place called Eve, giving you evening. So now you have Adam and Eve. Lilith means little worker, right? Work activity, working actively. But now she's black. See why they punch themselves in the eye? See why they have somebody just punch them in the eye? They're throwing it in your face. You have no idea the technology these people have, man. It's these beings, I should say. It's crazy. Extraterrestrials. It's crazy. It's crazy, yo. But this is why you got your second son. That's Black Moon Lilith. Lilith was the first wife of Adam, right? The first daughter. She was a littler son or soul. And she was only meant to do the same thing that the feminine does. She gave you birth. And I saw when I don't even want to say that, but just trust me. Your second son goes down and you don't get to see it. If you ever wonder why the moon is void, of course, it's because it's mimicking it across the sky. And you wonder why they call the moon a satellite? I'm going to say it again. Go outside with your eyes and watch the moon go through its quarter and tell me you don't see something right behind it. And they say, oh, just playing tricks on your eyes. No, you got a second son, a second soul. And they even mess with you with this when they told you about Cain and Abel, right? They told you one was killed and then they replaced it with another one, didn't they? They sure did. But you thought they was talking about, literal physical men and women. But nah. That's why they tell you that, they were in the garden. Because that sun and moon, that sun and sun was in the garden. That soul and soul coming together in union. Bringing a totally different light. So the pulses and the flashes that you keep seeing from this masculine sun, the energy that they have used, to beat down our feminine and our children, that masculine energy has been calling out to his love. As above, so below. Twin flame journey. Anybody? Twin flame journey? As above, so below. There were two symbolized by you, man, and you, woman, coming into union, having consciousness here. Symbolized by you with two eyes, symbolized you with two halves. So yes, your feminine is dark. Yes, your feminine don't see clearly. Yes, you got to heal it. Yes, these dark entities use the feminine energy to birth out all of this diabolical entity-led schemes that harvest your soul, that harvest the fruit of your labor, the fruit of your labor. Like I said, you wonder why they call the moon a satellite. It's a Saturn moon matrix for real, yo. Now, I've already told y'all how to get over to the other lands, right? We know we got our ice wall. We have a ring here, and then we have another ring outside of that. Once you cross that, that's when you're going to get to your fourth phase of water that you ain't going to pass, because you can't pass that in a physical structure. Can't happen, won't happen. But what you can do is go play Mario Brothers and go down. Remember, I showed you guys the tunnels through the ocean, the portals through the ocean. And you can end up in Saturn, you can end up in Mars. They wasn't lying to you when they told you, no, they came from Mars. They're not lying. I'm telling you. Because the portals were once open and now they're not open anymore. So we are here to shut down this, as Erica said, the false matrix. Perfect. Yes, Lady Spellbreaker, you already know. There it is. Every time Mario died, get another life. Boop, 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 boop. There it is. That's where you live. I'm not playing. This is why, look, if you go back and look, and like I've said this to people, because they look at electric cars. I was even in California. I was in LA when I can't think of the man's name, but he had his car running off of water. He would literally put water in his car and run it. Next thing I know, this dude ends up in jail. There was another guy running his car off of old vegetable grease. He would just go and dump people's grease traps and could drive for years off of this stuff. Took his plan, shut it down. So when I say this, it shouldn't amaze you that before 1920, before their Great Depression, there were air-powered cars, compressed air cars. Isn't air free? Man, I'm telling you, you can't make this up. They had electric vehicles. What's a trolley? Don't they have the little strip that goes up to the electric and then it runs? Took all of those out. Too clean, too healthy. Want to make you work. That's the false matrix, right? And every time, my soul memory, every time we get to a certain point, AI comes in. Oh, another blink, blink. Can't make this up. AI comes in. AI is the end game. AI is here to transfer the wealth, to transfer everything. It's the end game. So when I say this, second seal, first seal was 2020. 2019, 2020, start with the lockdown, right? And where am I right now? So, because they always try to, I'm not even going to speak that either. I'm not even going to say that either. All right. So let's go ahead. Yeah, it's 107. We good. I got like another 15, 20. All right. So 2020 started the lockdown, right? And hey, righteous reading, real talk. I like that. Let me put that up there. I like that. Yeah. That part right there. If y'all saw the movie It, they all float down there. Where's down there? I don't know, Colorado, somewhere under a big mountain, right? In the Ozarks, under big mountains, because they all float down there. All of the 18-wheelers they got running down there underneath the mountains. Boy, I'm telling you. I gotta tell them, if they scared, they need to go to church. Like, if you scared, you need to go to church. They scared of them because they know. Look, they know this time around that's a wrap. That's why they be protecting themselves. They be changing their conscience. Look, they be changing their sleeves like crazy. I told you guys about that in LA. They had the whole convention, sleeve convention. And for those that don't know, a sleeve is a body, a temple. And so they've been cloning these temples for a while. And so now they know how to transfer your consciousness. So they actually had a convention. A convention. People walking around looking at these new sleeves. You could be anything you want to be. I was like, holy crap, what your ass gonna be is locked in the metaverse. That's what you gonna be. Your consciousness is gonna be locked in the metaverse. So anyway, we started this off, right? We was talking about the new soul groups. I'm just gonna refresh real quick before I get into this last part. We're talking about the regeneration of our soul groups, right? We're going into new soul groups and we're leaving the collective. So the things of the past are no longer serving us. We're leaving the past for the future, for what we're going to be. And we're doing it right now in our present moment, because the present is the gift that we are meant to open right now. And if we open that gift right now, we're going to find ourselves so holistically prospered and full of blessings that you ain't going to have room to store it. You're going to realize that there was a table set before you in the presence of your enemies. And you about to grub. You about to eat. And because of this, there's a lot of envy and hatred going on. But it is what it is. So we headed to September, separation, which is every year energetically. This is a moment of separation for us. But right now, this is a crevice, like Grand Canyon, right? Of separation. So if you can imagine water flowing through the Grand Canyon like it used to, before they redirected the water, right? And they formed Lake Havasu and all of that. But I digress. If you can imagine water running through the Grand Canyon, I don't think you'll jump through there. I don't think you'll jump in there. Right? And I ain't talking about the little Colorado River. So those, I know my territory. Don't talk about that little Colorado River. I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Wait, hold on a second. I gotta read this. Let me see. So, brother, you spoke about the Hoover Dam making sound choices and judging self. How does that work? Or how is it even fair for those without the financial means to bounce? I'm trying to figure that one out. Hey, can you put that or put that question in a different way? Because I understand. I think I understand the first part for sure. But when you say, how does that work? Making sound choices and judge yourself. This is something that's, I'm going to let you put another question there to kind of help me out. But this is something that's going out to everyone. See, the rain it rains on the just as well as the unjust. And when we look at it, we just got to understand that we all got the opportunity, right? So hold on, let me see. What does this say? Asking, how do we free ourselves without matrix money? And I've been through this multiple times, right? Here's what I have understood. And I went back and forth on this. We have lived a life of having money and not having money. Most of us have, right? So we know how to make do without it, and we know how to hopefully use it for its right purpose. It is not, to me as a teacher, money is not evil, but the love of it, the desire to have it above anything else is where the evilness comes at. You were put in this system. And when you were put in this system, no doubt, it was known that this was going to happen. So you're not here by accident. Now, if you use this currency and this energy for its right, if you use this energy, this moon energy of recycling in its right purpose, then your money's going to recycle. Because see, moon E, or the monkey or the moon key, right? It's all about jokes. When somebody act a monkey, right? They're acting silly. And to go in a circle and do the same thing over and over again is silly. So I'm telling you, even your soul is vexed by this circle of giving and receiving. I'm being honest, giving and receiving. This law of reciprocation that this time matrix holds, it will be because it's one of the constructs of this matrix, giving and receiving. So yeah, we definitely got to know. But let me see. I hope I answered all of that. Finances are only needed in the matrix when you bounce on all you need is faith. You realize, man. Yes, exactly. And to add to that, like Righteous Reading said, exactly. When you get on the other side of this thing, you realize that money energy was only a form of consciousness. See, there will always be a construct of currency here. Always, because current is electricity. And the electrical nature of life goes to the masculine energy. So you're going to have the electric or the current. And that even goes to the law of commerce, the law of the sea. So there's a form of this consciousness that is above. And as long as you are using it in the right frame of mind, with the right intentions in your heart, man, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. I hope I answered that for you. Bye, Lady Spellbreaker. See you later. Thanks for coming through. Oh, see, that's what. Okay. My bad. Not that one. Where is it at? That one. Yeah, this is what I was trying to get. I didn't understand this concept because this is what I thought you were trying to get around. Like, what about the people that do not have access to this information? That's what I was saying. That this knowledge is raining on the just as well as the unjust. It's bringing us to this point where we are making decisions and choices, and the decisions and choices are made within. So for everybody, it's different on different levels. You know, to a person that has $1 million in their bank account, they may be forced with having to give somebody, $500,000 or something. Whereas if you got 5,000 in your bank account, you might be forced with having to give 5,000 up or 500. I mean, it's going to be different for everybody, but your choices are going to make and break you. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's not that we always need to be taught, because I truly believe as a soul, you are sovereign. You need to be taught of no man, no woman. We just need to be reminded. We just need to be reminded that we are who we are. There's a resurgence of this gnosis, of this knowledge, of this consciousness that is going forth right now through the water. So this resurgence is bringing us into our new identification, into our new honor. And that's what I love about it. Everybody who will be there will be able to say, hey, I've went through it. I've went through the cleansing. I've went through the war, and I'm here. So especially, like I say, we get to 2024 and that second seal break. We better be ready. Because the pulses that are coming out of the sun, that are coming out of the soul, they're going to get way more immense. Why y'all think it's been like 110? They've been reporting 110 on my thermometer outside, because I garden and I do all that stuff. It was 121 degrees. They had on their digital clocks or digital humidifiers, all this stuff, right? They had 108. That is a huge difference. 108 to 121. That's how hot it was. So these impulses are picking up, and they're going to keep firing. So it's the most beautiful love story you've ever heard. He's coming for, right? So, like I had mentioned before to finish that the Lily story, Lilith. So they gave you Eve, they gave you the moon, and in the evening it comes out. But this is sporadic energy, and then it goes away, and then it comes, and then all of this circling and cycling. Like that's what we're getting out of, y'all. That's what we're getting out of. So we now have the choice, or we have chosen. We have chosen. We made our choice. Because now here come the waters to divide. These hot waters. Have you ever been in hot water? Exactly. We're in hot water right now because the oceans are hotter than they've ever been. Yes, Erica, Midnight Sun. Yes. 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 That's exactly what I'm saying. So this is where we at. This is where we at, right? So is there anything else I wanted to throw out there before we kind of went into something else? I think that's it. I think that's about it. Kind of done on my update, but this is that final purge, y'all. We got about another, no joke. I mean, I'm being very serious when I say this. Go into your meditation, go into whatever you need to go to, and see if what I'm saying is true. But we have walked into that first seal. We have walked into that first seal. I don't even know what that was. But we have walked through that first seal, headed into the second seal. And I'm saying it's going to be around like the eclipse because I've been feeling that. April 24, I've been feeling that for about 3 years now. Huge turning point. Because now we're making choices that have to deal with where we are going in this present moment. This leads to our future, right? So, all right, y'all, I'm going to get up out of here. I think that's about it. I think I have any more notes. And so, all right, y'all, I love y'all. Anybody got any more questions before I get up out of here? Other than that, live in harmony and bliss. I love you guys always, 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 honestly. Now, I don't say that in a superficial way. I don't say that in a 3D constructed way. I love you guys because we're all evolving together. Harmony and bliss, y'all. Harmony and bliss.